Like, it better work, because it's, I think, another 5 hours to the next border from here.
Well, no Kosovo yet.
We made it to the border on the Montenegrin side. We had to park and get a full check. As in, he came and he looked in the back. He asked me if Paul's a good man, and then he asked if we're carrying any drugs, and then he let us go. Then we come to the Kosovo side, and they want our insurance, and then they seem, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Paul will have to explain that later. They had a conversation in German. Now we don't know if we can actually enter Kosovo.
Vollmacht. Problem Nummer 1, grüne Karte funktioniert nicht. Problem Nummer 2, die wollen eine Vollmacht sehen, dass ich dieses Auto fahren darf. Right, so I don't know what you know, so I'm just gonna start all the way from the beginning. We arrived there and they didn't let us pass because our strong passports are not strong enough for Kosovo. The people at the border control were saying, number 1, do you have some piece of paper that says that you're authorized to drive this vehicle? Because for different reason, long story, not right now, not my vehicle or Haley's, it is my mom's. It's like my mom owns the vehicle and we're insured on it, so we're legally allowed to drive it. But what they want is a piece of paper allowing me, as a driver, as I was driving, but as such also Haley, to drive this vehicle. I don't have that. I didn't meet that anywhere, but he says it may be also requested in Albania, but they definitely want that. That's number 1. Number 2, we figured our insurance, our green card, does not actually work here. Which we could have known, but we didn't see it, because everything else was included. Now, luckily, after a good bit of calling, me and my mom figured out, okay, we can produce such a piece of paper. Also at first, the guy at the border control was saying, it has to be produced by the insurance company. They have to say that officially, make a piece of paper officially. After another talk with them, luckily they were speaking very well German, it was okay if we produce a piece of paper only just written by my mom, including a lot of details, date of birth, passport numbers, telephone numbers. And so she is doing that now. She's also having luckily a couple of minutes break in between her work, so she can make that. Hopefully we get a picture soon and then we have that. The other thing is insurance. So there is a little container a bit up the road where you can buy an insurance, and that is, after a bit of research that we did know, the only insurance that you can get as a foreigner entering Kosovo's borders is this insurance that you get there in this box. There's only one type of insurance, and that is a third-party liability insurance. Not the best insurance, but the only one you can get. And we have been thinking, now, do we do it? Do we not do it? And I think we're gonna do it. We only want to stay for 3 days. We've been fine so far. Normally you're always fine. Insurances are only there for the worst case scenario, and we just hope we are not gonna have the worst case scenario.
That dog there has been with us basically the entire time we've been here.
Because we gave him once cuddles in the beginning.
Yeah. Now he's going to try and get some bikers to adopt him.
He is doing his very best. Don't let dogs out on the road by themselves.
We've made it into Kosovo officially. Woohoo! And it's raining, but we're on our way to a waterfall and canyons, which I think actually one can swim in, although with this weather,
Whatever that is. I just absolutely love this. This is like, you could have the same thing in Germany, right? But like in Germany you would have to pay 10 euros for this climb, and you would have to wear a helmet and be guided and wear high vest jackets. Well, here you get this slight bit of guidance.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, in the right places. But otherwise you're free to go whatever you want, on your own risk. There's too much water and the path is blocked by water. Who designed the walking path being that low?
If we were wearing sandals, we could probably do it because then we can just walk through the water. It's not so deep, I think. But we've got hiking boots on.
Trying a different path up. By far not as exciting as the other one. There's a lot of beautiful flowers. We're like surrounded by more flowers than grass. Beautiful. And all those flowers were, by the way, just filmed from like a 2-meter radius around me. It is very, very packed. Beautiful. Packed with flowers. One day later, and we are in this town. We're currently at a castle. Some war leftovers, every country has it. I find it particularly interesting in this one that they first of all don't ask you for any money to get up here. And they allow you to basically go and do whatever you want to do. There's not really closed down areas, like there are these underground tunnels sort of things. You can just go there, no worries. And as so many castles are, it's on a mountain and gives a beautiful view. You have a lot of mosques. Whilst in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro, that we were before, you could see a mix between Muslims and Christianity. Here you can only see signs for the Muslim religion.
There is one church, and at 12 o'clock the bells rang.
That's one of them. But Heidi said there are some that bring you not just around within the castle, but all the way down to the city. But they seem to be blocked off, I suppose, because otherwise, I mean, people would not use the normal path up. Such a wide area full of just red roofs. I can maybe show you a couple clips of that, but after Italy the driving got better, but I think it never got as bad as here, which might be to be expected. There's this ice cream shop and he's being very fancy selling it.
Chocolate, vanilla, lemon, caramel, strawberry, banana, pistachio. Yes, chocolate. Hello, bro. How are you?
All good.
Good.
When exactly has it become legitimate to sell one scoop of ice cream for 2 euros? Haley is being very interested in the Rossmann, which is very random. Normally they're, I think, just in Germany more or less, but for some reason there's one here after all that many countries that we visited.
Two. There's two in this city that I've seen so far.
Most of the products here are from Germany. Everything is having a German little flag, which is hilarious. And of course they are very nice products. But now we come to the point that Haley's looking at, for example, the toothbrushes, because there's good bamboo toothbrushes and stuff. But then decides we don't actually need one, because by the time that we will need another toothbrush, or she will need another toothbrush, we'll anyways be home.
We have this shampoo, but this is a travel size version. Look, tiny. And donor for lunch.
We had tried doner a couple times, and this one is the most promising looking so far. We also got this drink, I forgot the name of it, but it's like a mix between yogurt and milk and a bit of salt. Tastes very good. Big. Dinner was only €6.90, the two dinners and the drink. That was a good one. And it was the best one so far since Germany. I could now go into a debate about why it is not as good as some other dinners are. But that's maybe for a separate video about called Paul Talks About Donuts in Germany. Now we mean to get to Albania. We want to get over the border still today. Hopefully that is a bit less hassle than last time when we went into Kosovo. That is still going to be at least an hour's drive in Kosovo. And as I said earlier, the driving is a bit nuts. So hopefully we can get you some clips of this absolutely bonkers style of driving that they have here. It seems to get wet too. Right, well, as you could see, we managed just fine. Everybody behaved very well. The camera, you as people watching, seem to just protect us from getting into bad traffic. Either way, believe us, driving in Kosovo can be mad. And I expect similar things in Albania. But that's in a future video, I suppose.